Hello, happy Tuesday, May 30th, 2023. It is a day of not many aspects to friends. Nothing exact is happening in the sky except for our moon moving around in Libra, making aspects to planets across from her. And so we're going to talk about those three aspects that the moon has made today, but relatively this is a quiet day astrologically. So our moon is at 16 degrees of Libra, right in the middle there. She just recently passed the sun, also in the earlier decan or 10 degrees of Gemini. So they made a trine aspect, which is a positive, harmonious aspect, bringing the yang, the sun, and the yin, the moon, into harmony today. And that was an earlier aspect. Then we have the moon moving past this earlier degree of the sun, which I believe is 9 degrees, and then moving towards where it's going to make a quincunx. A quincunx is an aspect we've not spoken to, so a new layer unfolds for you, friends. But a quincunx is happening to the sign, to Mercury. Mercury and the moon are 150 degrees apart from one another. And that means that they are 6 houses away. And in Hellenistic astrology, we're looking at the sight lines. There it is. Hello, blooper fun. Sight lines of how these planetary objects are speaking to one another. And it has to be through perfect geometry that they do have that ability. And a quincunx is where they actually don't have a sight line. It is a blindness. There is not the ability for those planets to see one another. So there's challenge here. So what's happening with moon quincunx Mercury is at 14 degrees of Taurus. And as soon as our moon comes into that range with a 3-degree orb on either side, we're having some emotional challenge around communication. So our emotion at odds with our communication, maybe with others, receiving communication or giving communication, but definitely irritation, moodiness when communication is involved today. And today is Mercury's last day in shadow. So as of tomorrow, Mercury moves direct. And so having this emotional check-in to Mercury with this blindness is an interesting aspect, right? Don't you think? It's like, all right, are you ready? Are you ready? We're going to open the gate, Mr. Bull, and you're going to charge out and see how you handle it. But before, you can't see anything. There's that big gate blinding you. So it's kind of that we don't know what we're in for emotionally in the next few days when we do have a full moon and those emotions are a little bit more high and peaked up. Okay, so after we feel that irritation with our moon hitting that quincunx to Mercury, then the moon moves into a 20-degree aspect with Uranus, also in Taurus. So also making a quincunx aspect. So that irritation, that blindness, that not quite able to make connection. So Uranus is this revolution, power up, charge up, change energy, and so with the moon coming into that challenge aspect to change, there might be this up and down quality to our emotional nature today, which could be quite challenging. A lot of adjustment and maybe some ups and downs, with Mercury blending into this around maybe change in your workplace or what you're doing, busyness, but having to adjust. Definitely adjust, friends. Being flexible, being able to take on pounding noises behind you when they randomly start, and just smiling and knowing that it's all part of it and everything is actually truly supporting you and just flowing into that knowing. Okay, that pretty much sums up the energy of today. I think that as we move towards this full moon, we have our moon moving into Scorpio and making some connections to Saturn that will be challenging. So, we have this lovely sociable energy on top, but underneath some challenging emotional energy that we're working with. So my goal for you, friends, here it is: make emotional and intellectual communication as balanced as you can. So speak your feelings and feel what you're speaking. All right, I wish you the most beautiful day. And tomorrow we have Mercury going retrograde. So we have, moving direct. So we have some fun things to talk about tomorrow, but wishing you a beautiful evening and so much love. Mwah!